It's time for Damn Good Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Shelby Clement. From corporate executive to CEO to entrepreneur and the founder of Damn Good Marketing Live. This podcast is all about digital marketing, building a business you love, and creating a brand that's authentic to who you are. So if you're ready for honest, raw marketing conversations that you will not find anywhere else, let's freaking get it. If you are new here, I'm Shelby. I'm the host of Damn Good Marketing Podcast, and I'm about to yell at you through my earbuds, aka your earbuds. That didn't really make sense, but my energy level right now is like through the freaking because this episode is going to talk all about investing in your business, investing in yourself. As you all know, we have DGML coming up, and it's a Damn Good Marketing Live conference here in Covington, Louisiana, where I bring in speakers from all around, literally the world, to pour back into you. Let's go down memory lane for just a second as to why I created such a room. You see, I used to be in corporate. For those of you that are listening and that are new and that don't necessarily know my story, I was in corporate for 8 years for the oil and gas industry. I crave marketing. I love marketing. I have an undergraduate in marketing and I have a master's in marketing. And I was their marketing director. I wanted to be the CMO. I thought that was what my life had envisioned for me. And as a person in marketing, if you are a corporate girly or a guy listening to this right now, you know that there's a lot of hats to wear in a marketing role for corporate. You're not necessarily down the avenue of social media or email or, conferences or whatever, or digital or print advertising or promotional products. Like you kind of wear the hats for all of those things. And so I just want you to know, like when I was in corporate, I wish they'd have had stuff like this local to me to go learn from and grow from and just be in the know of all the things marketing. Well, fast forward to 2021, I left, whatever. I chasing my dreams, took the risk, ripped the Band-Aid off, and now I'm your girl that yells at you and hypes you up and tells you just to do the damn thing. But DGML is just for that. I was like, oh my God, we don't have a fun marketing conference or a marketing conference in general in Louisiana that is going to pour back into you. So I invest in my business, literally so much money all the time. And I just was like, you know what? I pour into these people. I'm making these connections. Why not ask these people to come back and pour into my community for me? And like truly, y'all, it was like this aha moment because like I've always wanted to like have a conference or like a retreat. Like it just literally like gives me life. And I feel like that was my God-given talent from someone that used to hide under a podium in speech class at LSU to now being like, I want to speak on stages. I want to do big things. I want to motivate. I want to inspire. I want to push people far beyond the things that they think that they are capable of because I see that God-given purpose inside of them. Yeah, so I know I talk fast, but that is why I created these stages, y'all. And like now I want to speak so bad that I was like, they always say, if you can't get on a stage, create it yourself. If there isn't something that you love and want yet, then create it yourself and create it the way you want to create it. And so like, that's where DGML was formed. And so obviously as we're getting closer to DGML, we're about a month and a half out. Tickets are now like flying off the freaking shelf. We have sold 70 tickets. We only have 130 left. So do the math there. I mean, 130 total. So just do the math there. But it's amazing. But I've had so many good conversations lately about investing in your business, about being so scared. Like I'm telling you, I put this poll up the other night and I was just asking these raw questions. And, a lot of people really did give me the answers that I thought that they were letting sit on their heart and stop them. And I had good conversations. Now, some of them, we had conversations where, it's just not the right time. It's not this year, but it's not never. But then we had some people that had great questions and I explained to them certain things and aspects of what DGML is like. And guess what? They bought a ticket. So let's dive in real quick. Investing in your business and investing in yourself is so scary. And I know you've heard, if you've been around here for a while, and if not, I'm about to drop some numbers for you. But last year, around like February, March, I agreed to be in a mastermind that cost me $25,000. Yes, $25,000. And at first it was like so gut wrenching. I was like, can I do this? Do I even, this is a huge risk. I didn't have obviously a CFO in place. Barbara wasn't here. Casey wasn't here. Like nobody was to bounce this idea off of it with except my husband. And he was like, you know what, Shelby, like if this is something that you want to do, and like, what's the worst that can happen? Like, yeah, could it be a bad investment? Absolutely. But what if it's a good investment? Like, how is your life going to change? So I just want to go in and dive in that just a little bit. So ever since I spent $25,000, I got in the room, I launched this podcast. So like, if that would have not happened, this podcast would have been prolonged. It gave me the fire I needed under my rear end to actually launch it. DGML was born because I literally announced DGML in the midst of all of this mastermind that I was in Also, too, I would have never met certain people that I have in my life now, like Casey and Barbara. And then I put myself in Keisha's room at Empower Her last year, invested in that, and I got to meet her, and that's why she's coming to DGML, because we've formed such a great connection. And also Trent Shelton, y'all. The only way I would have gotten his attention or known him or gotten him to come speak at DGML is if I would have met him in real life and had a great conversation. And guess what? You know how people say all the time, like, it's okay to go shoot your shot. What's the worst that can happen? Like, I've shot my shot before. I've asked people to be on the podcast. I've asked to be in their room. I've asked to speak on their stages. I've asked to just have a conversation, and I've been told no. And you know what? It does suck and it does burn, but at the same time, you still have to shoot your shot. So back to investing in yourself. It is scary as hell. You're like, do I have the money for this? Am I going to get a return on this? Like, what is it that is going to benefit me from this? And what I'll tell you is this: if you do your research on the room that you're trying to get in, or the mastermind you're trying to be with, or the coach that you're trying to invest in, you have to do the research on a few different things. Number one, do their mission and values align with yours? Because that's a huge key component to whether or not it's going to be successful or not. They have to match like what your vibe is, what your values are, and be very understanding. Like, you can't go work with somebody that has completely opposite values than you do. I truly don't believe that. But the second thing is, are you going in it with intention? Like, what is their credibility? What is their authority? What is their return on what they've done for the clients that they've had? So, for example, if you are investing in a coach, ask them those questions. Look them up, understand their experience, understand their authority, understand all those little intricate things about them that's going to let you say this is a gut hell yes or this is a hell no. And obviously not everyone is a gut person, because I am. Like, I feel it in my gut when I know that it's right and wrong, and I still weigh the options of what I'm going to do if it makes sense for my business, if it doesn't. But like, truly, if it's like a gut, like kind of a tug, like I'm not really sure, it's a hard no. If you're ready to break through that small town mentality and take your business, brand, or corporate jobs to the next level, then Damn Good Marketing Live 2024 is for you. Now picture yourself surrounded by a community of like-minded individuals, all hungry for growth and success. DGML is your gateway to unparalleled networking opportunities and invaluable insights from industry experts. If you're ready to move that needle in your business and embrace a transformative experience, then I invite you to join us at DGML this year. Trust me, I've been in your shoes searching for that missing piece, and now I'm bringing it back to Louisiana because I know firsthand the power of putting yourself in the room. Because once you do, you'll be amazed by the transformation. So don't miss out. Secure your spot to Damn Good Marketing Live 2024. Check the link below in the description and let us know if you have any questions. I can truly feel in my gut if it's a hell yes. So going back to like doing your homework, number one, obviously vet the person that's either going to be your coach or that's putting on that room or curating the room that you're going to want to be in. Number two, for example, if you're going to want to go to a conference, do your research on the speakers that are coming. Because if they're going to give anything back to you, then that's a hell yes. Because if you never want to be the smartest person in the room, I always want to be someone that's constantly learning, constantly evolving, constantly investing in myself and in my business and in my team, because like truly I'm living out a dream and a goal that I want to achieve. And in order to do that, you can't do it alone. You have to invest in yourself to have a room of people that can help you and that can support you and that can connect with you and that can answer things that you're going through that maybe already went through, and they're really great for you to learn from. All right, cool. Got that out of the way. Number 3 is do your research on the people that are going to be in the room. So think about your target audience. So for example, DGML is going to be filled, like literally filled. I've already seen the list. I don't know how it got leaked, but I have insides to how or who is actually going to be at DGML. And it's going to be business owners, small business owners, all capacity business owners, solopreneurs, content creators, influencers, people that work within corporate in the marketing department. So like truly, if you say like, oh my God, that is my target audience, then put yourself in the damn room. Put yourself in the room. If your brain says, I don't need to learn anything more, I'm fine where I am, I'm very comfortable in all my marketing, that's also cool. But like your demographic is in that room, put yourself in the room because your ROI is standing in the room. You have to be able to network. You have to be able to connect. You have to want to collaborate. You want to walk in that room with so much good intention saying, I'm going to meet, for example, every time I go into a room, I say, like the last conference we went to, we made a goal before we all walked in. And it was just like, what is our intention? To meet 5 to 10 people. Like mine was to meet 5 to 10 people and possibly tell them about DGML and have them, come to Louisiana for this conference. Because we have such a great lineup. And so if you go in with intention of saying like, I want to make 5 new connections that could potentially turn into business partners, I mean, not business partners, clients for our business, or I want to go in and make 5 new connections that I can collaborate with. I can get in front of their audience, they can get in front of my audience. What value do I have to give to them as well as what they can give to me? And I always say this, like, you can always do an unapologetic ask as well. What are you looking for? What are you looking to gain in this room? And when you also open up and get like very raw and real and honest with the people that are standing in the room that are like-minded, that have been through it or that are going through it, you're going to make such great connections. It's going to be absolutely insane. Seriously. So this episode's really going to be short, sweet, to the point, because I just want y'all to know that investing in yourself is scary. And I am you. I will always be you. I am you, even though it might look to you that it's on a different caliber, because the people that I look up to are also on a different caliber. The new levels that you get in your business, it's still going to be scary. It's not going to ever ease the scary aspect. It's how much you're willing to get uncomfortable, how much you're willing to bet on yourself, to take a risk, to understand that sometimes investments aren't going to pan out the way you thought they were in that certain way, but can pan out in a completely different way by connections and collaborations and all those things. So I'm telling you, the power of putting yourself in a room, the power of investing in your business and in yourself, shooting your shot, because God has given you a talent and a purpose to serve the world. And if you sit on that because you're too uncomfortable or too scared to invest in yourself, then shame on you, because you are needed in one person, just one, not 10,000, just one person is waiting to hear from you. And you can change that one person's life. And inside, you may not think that, but I'm telling you, as a walking testimonial, there are people watching you at all times, whether they comment, engage, whether they tell you, whether they don't. They are watching what you're doing, or they are waiting for what you can and will do, as long as you get out of your own way. Because a lot of times what I've realized is when you don't want to invest in yourself, or you're scared to invest in yourself, it's because it's you, not anyone else. It's not because you don't have the money. It's not because you don't believe in your business. It's because, okay, it could be because you don't believe in your business, but it's because like truly you aren't like confident in what you have to bring to the table, that you're scared and you say no. And then you stay stagnant. Who wants to stay stagnant in their business? Every conversation that I've had recently is, I'm scared to invest, but my goals are XYZ: to grow, have more brand awareness, to get more employees, to have more clientele, to get my brand to be known because I want to speak on stages. You have to put yourself in a room, invest in yourself, take a risk on yourself, and believe that you are put on this earth to do that exact thing. And you're going to walk in the journey that it takes to get you to the next level, to get you to the goal that you want to meet, to get you on that stage, to get you that client, to get you that, maybe that number mark that you want to hit, whatever that may look like, time freedom, employee freedom, whatever it is, you are in control of that. You have to make the first leap, because God has given you this talent. He has put this purpose on your heart. He has told you to do X, Y, Z, but you are the reason you aren't getting it done, because you are standing in your own way. And I want you to say, if the last thing I'm going to leave you with is this: a lot can happen in 6 months. A lot can happen in a year. Me looking back on the growth of my business, my personal brand, literally, quite literally everything, it blows my mind. And I lack taking a pause and understanding and really saying, Shelby, damn, you may have spent a lot of money investing in your business, but look at where it is. And you did that. You did that. So you have to be willing to get scared, to get uncomfortable, to shoot your damn shot, and to just do the damn thing. Because if you remember this, always put it on a sticky note. God did not place it on your heart for you to stay complacent. God put it on your heart for you to make moves, to change lives, and to chase your ever living dreams. I love you all. If you're so hesitant after this episode, let's have a conversation. If not, next year's your jam. We have big things coming up next year too, so I'm super pumped about that. But just remember this: invest in your business. And y'all, until next time, let's freaking get it. And that's a wrap on another episode of Damn Good Marketing Podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you comment, review, share it with a friend. Come back next week. And until next time, let's freaking get it.